ask you. So if you want to unmute yourself.
Yes, hi, yeah.
Uh,
What from Mark, are they?
these are from Mark. Hold on. So, first one's quite easy. Why did you decide to join BNI?
So it was basically because I left my old company and I'm in a covenant, so I couldn't go after any of my old clients. So I needed new business, loads of new business as well. But also because I then became a working from home, person, I then didn't get out and see many people. Do you know what I mean? Where I used to work in an office. So yeah, it was a great way to get out, make new connections, and obviously hopefully get new business as well.
Perfect. And the next question was, what would you say are the unique selling points of BNI?
The unique selling points of BNI would be the fact that you can only have one industry in the room. I do other networking where you can have exactly the same industry and it can clash. So yeah, I'd say that's very good. And you also get access to everyone on the portal. You can access anyone around the country within BNI as well. Um, so yeah, and I think it's the most famous sort of world globally networking thing. So yeah, those will be the things.
Awesome stuff. And the last question is, tell us something that we don't know about you.
Blimey, I mean, it's not really for this kind of, to in public, let me think. Well, I mean, it sort of forms part of my presentation, really, but like I did used to get paid to play football at a semi-pro level. I never was quite professional, but it was still nice to get paid, at the level I played at.
Excellent.
So now it's over to you to do your 10 minutes. I think I've given you access. You should be able to share your screen
Yeah,
now.
your screen, yeah.
Right, okay, this is where it all goes Pete Tong. Right, so where's the share the screen button?
Down the bottom.
Should be down the bottom.
Oh,
It
there we
says
go.
share.
Yeah, share. Okay, right. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you see that okay then? Those pictures
Yeah.
and everything?
We can
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, right. So yeah, obviously I'm David. I'm the insurance broker for the chapter. As I've mentioned before, I'm also an online dating expert. But where I could use these 10 minutes to go through some dating nightmare stories, we'll have to park them and we'll do it as a one-to-one if you ever want to hear them. They're quite entertaining. Um, so yeah, before I start, I just want to thank Beth. She was so good at putting this together because I didn't have a clue how to use PowerPoint. So thank you very much, Beth, you star.
David, you just need to press S5 to get it into slide view.
F5. Yeah, hold on. Beth showed me this yesterday. Bear with. Oh, here we go. Is that it?
No, it's getting there.
Ah, what on earth? This is where I think I might need a bit of help. So can you see the pictures of me mum and dad?
Yeah. I can see it clearly.
So shall I just yeah, I can just sort of click.
Go with it.
Huh?
Go with it.
Right, how do I go back to the first one then?
The left arrow at the bottom says slide two.
Yes,
There you go.
yes. This
There
is
you
how
go.
bad I am. Please bear with me, guys. We'll get there. Right, so here we have a picture of my mum and dad. Um, so my dad was Irish. He came over when he was 18 years old as a construction worker. Being Irish, he loved to drink and he would obviously go out in the pubs in London. And my mum was a barmaid in London. So that's how they met. My dad was in the pubs. My mum was obviously in the pub as well. That's how they met. They had us five children. We're in the picture above holding my mum. That's my older brother, my sister Catherine, Lucy, that's me there, and my younger brother Richard. So five of us. And then as time went on, my mum and dad then got the pub that my mum worked in. My mum and dad then took over the Swan in Rain. And I sort of grew up in the pub and I found myself being quite popular with, funnily enough, a lot of people wanted to come in and have free drinks on me when I was about 16. I used to give my mates free drinks and that, which was a bit out of order, but it was a great life. We met loads of people in the pub and Yeah, it's tough, but my mum and dad were such good landlords and landlady, that they made everyone feel welcome. Unfortunately, my mum and dad are not with us anymore. They passed away sort of 10 years ago now, but their memory lives on. So here we go, the next slide. This is the light of my life, my daughter Annie. She's 13 years now, 13 years old now. Absolute heart of gold, no attitude, but as she's going into teenage years, I'm praying that doesn't change. Hopefully it all stays lovely. So yeah, that's my daughter. This is the football. I was massively into football as a kid, and as I said earlier, I kind of got paid to play. I played for Braintree and Tiptree, only 50 quid a game, but it was lovely. And I played in quite some successful sides. The picture below, sorry if you're squeamish, but at the age of 27, my football career came to an end with a tackle on the pitch, which snapped my leg in half, basically, which I had that contraption on my leg for 2 years. And I was off work for 2 years. It was an absolute nightmare. It got infected and everything. But I never played football again after that, which was obviously quite sad. Um, I did manage, after as the years went on, though, I managed to sue the guy that did the tackle. His insurance is paid out, so I've got some compensation for it. But yeah, never played football again after that. Here's the next slide. Right, okay. So every week I obviously talk about the insurances that I offer, but I don't actually kind of explain what they are. So here is just a kind of overview. So things like employers' liability, which a business needs, it obviously covers any employees if they have an accident at work, or sick. This will be the compensation that it pays out. So yeah, if you do employ anyone, you're going to need employers' liability by law. Even if you get just a subcontractor in for, like, just as a one-man band, you still have to cover him under your insurances. The next one would be public and products liability. Again, if you cause any damage to, a place that you're working, or if you damage a member of the public, this policy obviously, provides the compensation. Yeah, just to make sure that you're covered for any major events, really. Professional indemnity insurance. This is where if you're offering bad design or advice, this covers those. If you give bad advice or bad design, a lot of solicitors have this. Architects, people like that, they will always need professional indemnity insurance. So I can offer that as well. Directors and officers insurance. This is a legal policy which covers if anyone takes a director or an officer of the company to court in their personal capacity. Obviously directors can be, done for sexual harassment or not having the right health and safety procedures in place. Someone can then sue that director personally, and this provides all the legal expenses to defend the case. Also, sometimes directors fall out with each other and sue each other. So that, again, this policy will provide all the legal expenses. Okay, and here we've got landlord's insurance. So I offer buildings insurance as well. So if you own properties that you rent out, obviously I can quote for those as well. So things like loss of rent gets included in that as well, and obviously the building. But I can only do the policies if you rent out the property. And then cyber insurance. This is becoming very popular nowadays for, things like data breaches or, telephone hacking, someone pretending that they're part of the company and they ask you to send money somewhere. This policy will cover, the loss that you have. And also things like if the computers that you use all get a virus, this also will, get you back to the position that you were in with a cyber policy. Credit insurance, a lot of businesses don't take this out, but this covers if a client owes you money and you've obviously sent them the invoice. If they go bust, or just don't pay you, this credit insurance will pay that money for you. A lot of companies do have it now because there's an awful lot of companies going bust, so they want to cover their costs and make sure they can reclaim the money. And also, I also do high net worth households as well. So if I can do house insurance, but it has to be £1 million rebuild. So that's nothing to do with the market value. That's the rebuild cost is how much it would cost to rebuild the house if it completely went up in flames or whatever. So I can, for those of you that have got posh houses, please give me a shout, which would also include things like the jewellery and the contents and antiques. I can quote for that. And lastly, how am I doing for time, Marcus?
You have a minute and a half left, so on time.
Okay. So lastly, I've spoke about how insurance companies will hide things in the policy to kind of catch you out. And this is one of the things to do with property insurance, and it's called the average clause. Basically, what it means, if you tell your insurance company that your house, the rebuild value is say 200 grand to rebuild it, if you have underinsured that just to get a cheaper premium, if you had an accident and the loss adjuster went out and said, there's no way this house is 200 grand to rebuild, this is more like 400, 500 grand, they've underinsured by half, so we're only going to pay out half the claim. So a lot of people don't know that this exists within insurance policies, but I remember at my old firm, there was a farmer who every year we sent him his building insurance and it was 300 grand. He had a lot of outbuildings as well. He had a fire at one of the outbuildings, which was a total loss on this outbuilding. When the loss adjuster went out, it was like, there's no way this is 300 grand, all these buildings. This is more like 900 grand. So he'd underinsured by a third, and his 60 grand building that he lost, the insurers only paid out 20 grand because he underinsured. So it's just something to look out for when you are telling insurance companies what value to insure your buildings at. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions, please?
I have one, David.
Go
I
for
got
it.
asked by a client the other day. They're an employer, limited company, but all their employees work from home. Do they still need employer liability insurance?
Yes, they do really, because they I know it sounds, but they could still have accidents at home. I know it's very, very unlikely, but you know, the thing is he'll be paying such a small premium because they're working from home. It'll be such a small premium, it'd be worth him having it. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
I'll pass that on. Thank you. I'll put
yeah.
in touch with you, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you know how many employees he's got, if he's got five that all work from home, he's only going to probably pay about 200 quid for the year to cover
Oh,
them.
okay. All right.
Do you know what I mean? So
Lovely.
yeah,
Thank
it
you.
would still be worth doing it. Thank you.
Excellent. Any other questions?
I probably saw you play at Tiptree.
Oh, really? Yeah, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my wife's from Tiptree, and we used to go out to the games. So yeah, I probably saw you play, mate.
Oh, right. Well, superb. I mean, that was in the days before they'd merged with, was it Haybridge they merged with? They merged with another club, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it might have been Whitmore, somewhere like that. But yeah, they have merged because my wife used to run the bar there, so I used to
Oh,
have to go
really?
and show a bit of interest at least.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great days. Great days. Thanks, mate.
Excellent. Thank you very much, David. And if now we know what David does and how he does it, let's try and bring him some referrals. Excellent.